Hey guys, it's your girl Danny here. A little bit of a different kind of video tonight for you guys. Just a little bit ago, I was checking my email and noticed that earlier this morning I got an email from a lady that seemed very concerned and very worried about her family and needed some help. So we are going to go to that email and I'm going to read that to you right now. It's from a lady by the name of Kristen Goheen. If I'm mispronouncing that, ma'am, I am so sorry. She proceeds to say, "Hi there. Came across your video while researching this guy. To make a long story short, my soon-to-be ex-son-in-law stole my daughter's car at 4 a.m. 2 nights ago to go pick this guy up in Tennessee and drive him to Indiana." Alright, so we all know that he has been staying in the Tennessee mountains in this cabin for a while now. And last several videos that I have watched of him, which I started watching his crap videos again when this coronavirus thing started up. I guess it was more out of curiosity about what he was saying and stuff like that. And before that, though, I believe he lived in Indiana. Okay. So the rest of the email proceeds to say, "He returned the car after I threatened to report it stolen. It is in my name." So her daughter's car is in her name. So I'm assuming that she done what any great mothers would do, was trying to help her daughter out and her son-in-law out because they had 3 small children, helped them get a car or got her daughter a car to use, and it's in her name instead of her daughter's name. Okay. Now they are headed to South Carolina. My daughter is only 22 with 3 small children and they live in my home. Her husband is only 22 and is not very bright or mentally stable. Can you give me any information on this guy? I worry for my daughter and grandchildren's safety. Thank you for taking the time to respond. Kristen. Alright guys, so Miss Goheen, I did some backtracking on my videos to see if I could find out any further information for you, because I'm not quite sure which videos that you've been watching or which videos of mine about John X. Armory that you saw. And this way I'll be able to give you all the information that I have, like I said in my videos or in my emails to you. You can send me any kind of information that you have, photos, conversations that you can remember that you had with your son-in-law and or John X. Army, and I will put them out there. Like I said, I have viewers in South Carolina and I have some family in South Carolina. So, if anybody sees the kind of vehicle that they're in, or sees John X. Army, or sees the guy that he is with, which is, like I said, is her son-in-law, he is not mentally stable as she has reported. So, in my opinion, I believe John X. Army has probably used his con artist skills and art of manipulation to coerce this young man of 22 years old into doing his bidding, coming and picking him up, taking him across the states and this and that, leaving his wife and 3 small children at home, and running the roads during this pandemic and crisis time that our country, and dangerous times in my opinion, that is going through in this country, to take John X. Army to do whatever he's doing. Why he needs somebody else to take him somewhere, I do not know. Because I know he makes some kind of money off of YouTube, he should be able to afford his own vehicle. So, a little confused on that part, but it is what it is. I do believe this lady. I do not feel like she would just reach out to me out of the blue for no reason on this. Alright, so, like I said, I went through and I did some research. First thing I came across was the comments on the very first video that I did about John X Army, and this guy by the name of Michael Carr 1 year ago commented several times, on about 4 or 5 times, and he says, I know him, he's a career criminal. You know, I was just sent out my email address, blah blah blah, didn't get nothing from him. He said, no job still, just keeping the scam up. Said, you smoke crack, I know. And then he said, you are full of shit, scam too many people, I would deal with you when I see you. Tell the truth, Haven, you fucking scum. Is his real name Haven? Is what I replied. He replies, yes, or an alias he used. But his family all use that name. He is a crack smoker. His wife's name is Joni. Then he says, baby? Then he says, I have an SD card with pics of him. They got mixed up when I stayed with him briefly. It was in a house that the owners were gone for the season. He broke in and put the utilities in his name. So he was a squatter. Then he proceeded to rent out rooms to a house he had no business being in. And then, you know, I reached out to the guy again, you know, about doing a live interview on YouTube, blah, blah, blah. He did not respond or anything like that. And that was the end, pretty much, of that conversation. So, alright. Then, I came to this video because there was a comment on here. Several people were talking about he is a fraud. And this one says, there was a comment right here. M. Murph. I grew up with John, but we really weren't friends. But is it that he's claiming to be that is false? Yeah, he's got a spotty past when he was younger, but I don't think he claims to have been a youth minister or anything. He's just trying to cash it on YouTube, but I don't think it's 30K. There was another comment that I had. Like I said, I had several comments. Must not have been this one. Which one was that one? Must have been this one. Let me pause this.
I got a comment from a gentleman.
Started because I know y'all don't want to listen to this. Alright. Let's go down through here and see what I found. Here is another one from Michael Carr. He claims he was in the army. No, he was not. He used to say he was a private contractor in Iraq. Could be all bull. Compulsive liar. Never knew he was telling the truth. His ex's first name is Joni, who he had his first child with. While the child was sick with leukemia, he was running around getting high. He was offered real work like cleaning the boats after trips, but they didn't pay enough. He would rather steal or scam. When I first saw him on YouTube, I was pissed he was robbing people using fear porn. Only a matter of time until I run into him. I will record the fun. Hard for me to call around and look to find out exactly where he is would be suspicious. Everyone knows I have a major axe to grind with him. Saw him a year or two back at a crack house he was leaving. Only reason I didn't confront him then was because my son was walking with me and I knew it would turn ugly. What I was doing walking by a crack house, I lived in a not so nice neighborhood. Do what you have to do. Always kept a roof over our heads. Which, you know, I can understand that. Been there and done that myself. Had to live in a bad neighborhood. Okay. What did it? There was another one talking. Where did I see that one? Here's another one. John X. I worked for a family he was in by marriage. He went by the name Haven. I lived with him for a short bit. He was breaking into houses on the beach, putting utilities in his name and renting rooms, TP a house that was not his. Him and his girlfriend would go to bars. One would distract a woman while the other stole the woman's purse for crack money. He is hated here, and doesn't surprise me he is somewhere else running a new scam. I call him out on his channel and he won't even acknowledge me. He knows I have names, places, and dates that could ruin him. Biggest scamming piece of garbage I have ever met. There is 22 replies on that. Can you prove you know him? Because anyone can say you were the crackhead stealing. Well, I don't know what else I can say. Let me find some old SD cards to see if I have pictures. I could care less if you believe me. I'm just trying to warn people and verify others that have called him out. I believe you. I was hoping someone would know him. I used to follow him back in the day, but he developed that cocky salesman attitude that I know all too well. I cannot stand seeing evil people go on and on being comfortable by preying on the weak. If it is one person I awoke to this thief's wrongdoings, I have done my job. I wound up homeless from dealing with this guy years ago. I fixed things. He needs to be behind bars. I feel so sorry for the people that send him money and follow him like sheep. Do you know what city and state he was arrested? And Michael Carr says, me, thank you. Dude, please find info for us. I have found the historians, aka Mr. Patriot. This is what he got his urgent info from. So we'll check that out in just a second. Not sure. He lived in Lee County, Florida for a good while. That is where I know him from. I do know he did come from another state, though. Michael was, I am just warning people of all his intentions. He is a lazy crack smoker that gets idiots to pay his bills. I called him out on his channel and he blocked me. He knows I will tell all I know about his shady ways. Okay, so what is this? Or search here for his name with man of many hats. Interesting, and well, can't deny it's him. Hang on. I wasn't trying to do that, sorry. Sorry about that. Where did that go? I just watched the video and realized I had seen it a while ago for some reason or other. Not something I would normally watch. Wish I could remember why. I did sub to him a few months back, but lately I find him full of nothing but fear porn. I just unsubbed, always picked up something off with him, just blamed it on the fear porn mentally he was projecting. I know he's got a few other lesser known channels, not sure what they are, but people need to steer clear of him. Also, I used to work down in Lee County. They have, or at least a few years back did. You can go on the county website and pull up court cases and arrest history for people if you have his real name. Is something familiar about him? Wonder if I had dealings with him down there previously. Okay, so this is TrueNews.com. 100% agree, but when you know what you're doing is F off and you're still doing it, look under the description of all his videos. Clearly says his videos are satire, meaning the use of humor, irony, etc. Okay, satire is a genre, blah, blah, blah. Hey, Michael, I just screen capped your comments to use as evidence to help my case against this thief and liar. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Okay, so that's those comments. Okay. This one says he's a con man and a convict. Oh, yeah, there was that one link I wanted to... Alright, here we go. Here's a person named No Comment. I've known Jonathan Miller since he burned his grandparents' house down and went to juvie. He is 100% a scammer, making fun of the morons who support him. He lives with his girlfriend in South Bend, Indiana, and makes her work while he takes in $20 to $30K a month. He has no sources. He is a fear-mongering fool who is ruining a little part of the truth movement for personal gain. And of course, I commented, there's that and that in there. So let's see. Alright, so let's go back to those set of comments that had that video. Or that link, connected to it. And let's see if it takes us anywhere. I found the historians, aka Mr. Patriot. This is where he got his urgent info. Let's see what this is. It's an actual video.
Right now, the world economy stands at an alarming precipice. But would it surprise you to learn that the events of today are nothing new? Give me the next few minutes, and I'll show you that there are cycles to history that can not only allow you to see the future, but to make preparations for the very predictable outcome.
I'll watch this at another time and see if I can make any heads or tails about it, guys. Alright, so let's, Now, so, after doing all that, I went to John X Army's page to see if he had made any recent videos, if the view had changed any or anything like that, where he was, location he was at, and whatnot. So, like I said, he posted something 3 days ago there and there, 4 days ago, 5 days ago, 6 days ago, a week ago. Like I said, all those videos were taking place, it looked like in some kind of log cabin back in the mountains. I'm assuming that's his home in Tennessee. And then he posted this 5 hours ago. Says, welcome to the new normal. What's next? 1 item per person, per vehicle, per household. Let's see where he's at in this video. Like I said, I've not played it. Do not know where he's at. Maybe it's an old video that he filmed when he was still in the mountains of Tennessee in that log cabin.
Welcome to the channel. I'm John X Army.
Yes.
And I'm mad as hell.
Looks like he's
Today,
still in the
I had
mountains.
to come down from the mountain to run a few errands in town. I went to the local Walmart with a couple buddies of mine. One of us had to get some grocery items. Another one of us had to use the bank inside of the Walmart. And we pulled in the store and we parked. And then as we walked up, we were stopped by a Walmart employee who said, hey, you guys can't all go in the store due to these COVID-19 rules. And I said, what do you mean? Why can't we all go in the store? He said, only one person per car, per household is allowed to come inside. And I said, oh, well, that's no problem because we all drove here separately, which we didn't. We rode together. And the employee said, no, I just watched you guys pull up. I know you're all together. Only one of you can come in the store. So I said to him, what are you, the police, dude? And he turned around and went to go get the police. So at this point, I told my two friends, hey, why don't you guys go back to the car? Let me go in. I don't want to get arrested at this moment in time. And I went in, I used the bank there. And then we had to leave and go to a completely different Walmart so that one of my friends could go in and go shopping because he wasn't allowed in that one because we rode together. Now, when we went to this completely different Walmart, I took a little video footage. I had my camera out, and I was actually prepared for an argument this time. But when we went in, the Walmart greeter was not a rude man. It was an elderly woman, and I'm not disrespecting an elderly woman. You understand? She's not woke. She doesn't deserve disrespect from some young man. So here's the video. I'll let you see it. I'll let you see what was said.
All in that same household together.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of you can enter the store say? I can't quite hear you. I'm sorry.
Only one person, read this, only one person per household in the store.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess I'll have to go in. How come they're doing that?
To keep people away from each other. They're social distancing efforts.
But like, how does that work? It's weird.
They don't want two people together shopping together.
All right.
Multiples of two people, then we
They
get
don't want
the
two
store
people.
filled
So
up.
if we go in and I just stay out, or
Thank you. They wouldn't let him in, bro. Now, I didn't have the heart to.
All right, Christine. Did that guy
Thank you.
that was right there, hold on. This gentleman right here.
They,
Is this your son-in-law? Not saying it is, just asking. Because like I said, this video was uploaded 5 hours ago. And you sent me that message at 9:46 this morning. So I'm just wondering. Let's finish watching the rest of this video.
wouldn't let him in, bro. Now, I didn't have the heart to be rude to that old woman. I don't think you guys should do that either. But something I want to say, if you don't know, Walmart and Homeland Security are teamed up. We're allowing Walmart to operate in this country. Do you understand that? The moment Walmart starts to do this, you guys, we should have already shown up to every Walmart around the country, 5,000 people deep. Are we going to allow Walmart to come into this country and do business and put all the mom and pop grocery stores out of business across the whole country and then set up corral lines outside their store and say that only one person allowed in at a time? That's what it is this week, this month. Next year or next month, they're going to say only one can of corn per car, per household, per person. Do you understand how this starts? Do you know the natural progression? If we allow them to continue to operate in this country, set up corrals outside their store, and make rules about who can enter the store and who can't, a year from now, you'll be standing in line and they'll have a pre-made package that everybody gets the same thing. One can of corn, one meat item, one dairy item. That's what this is coming to. If we don't stand up and fill up the parking lots, rip down their corrals, if we don't do something, in a couple years, we'll be standing in line for one item. If they're going to operate and own a business in this country, they need to do it the way we want it, or we put them out of business. Do you guys understand? Now, if that wasn't bad enough, my other buddy had to go to a Chase bank to get some cash out. Of course, he had to stand outside for a few minutes. And then when somebody left, he was able to move into the entryway. And then when somebody else left, he was finally able to go inside. And after all that waiting, Chase Bank would only give him $250 in cash. He went in there to get $1,000. They said, no, sorry, we don't have it. We're only giving each customer up to $250 today. You guys, do you see what's going on? We had to drive to another Chase Bank so he could get more money out. How ridiculous is this? Are we going to allow this? These businesses, the people who own them, are living in mansions. They're on yachts. They're doing whatever they want, flying anywhere on private jets. While they treat us like dogs here in America? Dude, I'm not standing for this. I'm not standing for this. I think it's time we organize. We got, 230,000 subscribers on here. If we put our minds to it, we could show up 20,000 deep at any location we want. And this isn't a threat. I'm talking about a nonviolent protest. Shut places down. Start hitting them in their pockets. If they treat us bad, we shut down their business. We stand in the parking lot, we stand in the street, and we don't allow anybody in or out. You guys better get fucking motivated. Do you hear me? Do you understand what this country's coming to? This year, only one person per car, per household allowed in the store. A few years from now, they'll be telling you what you can get and what you can't. 1 loaf of bread, one gallon of milk. Incredible. I'm just shocked. It's a good thing I was up on that mountain, because I would have already lost my temper and been arrested. We better get a plan together. Take our country back. We can do it non-violently. Do you guys understand we got numbers? All we got to do as Americans is show up and make them hear us. Tell them, if you're going to continue to get rich off us and our country, you're going to do it our way. Or we're not going to allow your businesses to operate. I love you guys very much. Hit the thumbs up, please.
John X Army.
All right, so was looking at his description here. I'm going to go look into his Twitter and Instagram and see if he's made any posts today, and see if I can locate where he's at for this woman, so she can find her son-in-law or her daughter and her 3 grandchildren who are this guy's kids. If you are viewing this from Tennessee or Indiana or South Carolina and you have seen John X Army, just please let me know where locations so this woman and her daughter can find their son-in-law and husband who is not mentally stable. This is pretty much a missing persons outreach video. I'll be back if I find anything on Twitter or Instagram. Okay, guys, so going on John X Army's Twitter and Instagram accounts, I have not found anything. You know, the last thing he posted was 5 hours ago when he tweeted and put on Instagram, or tweeted that he uploaded a video, and the last thing he put on Instagram was that picture of Bill Gates' face and all the words he said about that. So he just shared that video on YouTube the other day. Okay, so if I hear of any other information, Miss Goheen, I will definitely let you know. I saw that you do follow John X Army on his Twitter account, so my suggestion to you at this point is get in contact with the authorities, and also keep trying to reach out to your son-in-law, as well as try to reach out to John X Army on Twitter, and comment on and spam the hell out of his comments on YouTube. If you have any other information that I can put out there on the YouTube videos for you, I'll be glad to do it. Just email me and let me know, hon. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope you and your daughter and your 3 grandchildren are safe and healthy at home. Have a great evening and a wonderful weekend. Good night, guys.